Hello world, hello YouTube, hello Flosstube. My name is Mia. I live in Finland and I'm a cross stitcher. Missing in a Stitch is a channel that tells you about my cross stitching journey. Welcome to all who are watching and thank you for all those subscribers that I have. Thank you for supporting me and coming to see me when I have something to show and tell you. This time it's a Flosstube Extra. I'm going to tell you about my plans. So not showing any whips this time, just having a chat with you, telling what I intend to do in 2026. And should I take the disclaimer in front that I have the right to change my mind just in case something needs change. So, welcome and let's get into what I am going to do in 2026. I actually have a folder that I am going to, once I get some ink into my printer, I'm going to print out the words. Difficult. The pictures of my whips so that it's sort of like easier to show you what whip I'm doing. So these are the little notes I have to help myself remember. Okay, let's go. In no specific order, just how I put these into my folder. My first commitment to 2026 is a game that's hosted by Siska Stitches on her Facebook group called Siska Stitches, and it's called Glamorous 3. You pick 3 of your whips and she gives you what you stitch on. The idea is that you stitch 100 stitches a day, and but they vary in a week. So she usually pulls out the whole week, Monday to Sunday, or a week, 7 days, and she gives you numbers 1 to 3, and number 1 is whip 1 and 2 and 3 and so on. So you stitch the amount of stitches that she gives you in a certain week, and then that goes on 52 weeks in the year, hopefully. That is Glamorous 3. The one I know I'm taking with me is Moomin and the Sea. But I will get into the details and other things once January comes along and everything starts. Then I jumped into full coverage fanatics. I'll tell you after that. Full coverage fanatics, I'm joining 2 of the games or the challenges. 26 in 26 in my case means that I'm going to stitch 26,000 stitches on Tada, which is a Randall Spangler charted by Haid. And that has enough 939 to get me through the year with a good amount of stitches to go. Then I have a finish for 2026, which also is a Randall Spangler I have, Cooking for Your Dragon, and that is It's sort of the book, that slim thing that you can actually see when the books are in the bookshelf. I don't know what it's called. Anyhow, that's what I'm stitching, and I have 12,522 stitches left to do on that. My main focus for January and February is Love Me Not by Selena Finetch, charted by Haid. It's retired. That's for my firstborn. She chose it in 2009 and I'm still stitching it. But I am finally with the final 20,000 stitches of it. So that's my goal is to get them done by the end of February so that finally I can give it to her. Yes. So that's number one is Love Me Not, to get that finished. Then the other big finish is Cooking for Your Dragon. Those two together are like 32,500 stitches, so that's a good goal. Then I jumped into the Haid Sal, which lucky for us sellers, we got them yesterday, the 28th. I chose the Wise and the Brave with the owl and the robin, and I'm actually cropping it. I'm sort of like, I want the owl and the robin, and then what's needed around it. So that was like a bit over 50,000 stitches. Then what I don't know yet, or can't remember, have not written it. But the other sal that I'm taking part in, what I don't know is what the size is. So but it's going to last 17 months. So it's a long time to take part. The Cross Stitch Studio has a mystery sal that is it called a Foxy Christmas? I think so. Yes, both of the sals have already given us a lot. The Cross Stitch Studio gave us a chart that has two foxes sleeping in a wintry scene, and then Haid surprised us totally by the email we received yesterday. There are five charts in it. The actual sal chart, then earlier on it was told that if you stitch one page you get the Amy Stewart exclusive. Well, we were just given it. We don't need to stitch that one page. So that was a lovely, and it's a beautiful, beautiful chart. That was a wonderful surprise. Then there were charts given to us depending on how many take part. So we received, we have 2,600 participants there-ish, a bit over, I think, and there was a frog and a something chart, and then a mouse, some kind of a, oh my God, my brain. Well, anyhow, we got the two charts that came along with how many participants there were, and they gave us the chart that was supposed to be if we are 3,000 stitches. So we received five charts, three that were depending on how many participate. The Amy Stewart exclusive, only for us sellers in 2026, and then the actual sal chart. So that is a lot to stitch. And in the Amy Stewart exclusive, they gave us the choice of the normal chart with the normal colors, the normal size with max color, the supersized one, and then there's a SSMC. You can choose what you want to stitch. I've downloaded the normal max color. Yes, so in these past 1, 2, 3 different kind of games challenges that I'm taking part, they have specific charts widths that I'm stitching with. Then I have been taking part in the Fun with Cross Stitch group on Facebook. It's Sharon's group, and there's Nessa and other admins there. They have different kind of games, and I have to say I'm behind. But 2026 is the year to get them there. 2026 for me is the year that I want to get the stitches in the games done. So there's oceans. The ship stations, I still have level 3. I've got eight parts to stitch. Then animals, I've got 16 level 1, and then there's 30 and 30 in level 2 and 3. So that means 76 animals to stitch, and each level has their own stitch count. So yep, then there's safari. I've done it otherwise, the base camp, but I am missing level 3 animals. So those I know I'm not getting all of them done because they have when I start counting the stitches for all these games, they are over what I can stitch in a year. But that doesn't matter. I'm participating, and it's nice to be part of the group. Yes, anyhow. Oceans, safari, and then there's holiday. I'm on route 3. And route 3 for me is I'm going a bit on the easy side. I've chosen the level easy, which is sort of like 2 times the kilometers. Or yeah, they've Nessa has so wonderfully calculated everything that you need to stitch. So you just choose your level, and it's the information is there, so you don't have to think that how much do I have to stitch for what. So this it has 14,820 stitches to go, so that's something that I am going to be able to stitch. What makes it possible is that I sort of like I'm double dipping in different games. So in the Full Cross Fanatics group, I'll be stitching on Tada and Cooking for Your Dragon, and those are getting 38,000 stitches. So all that 38,000 stitching that I get done in the Full Coverage Fanatics group, I can count into my Fun with Cross Stitch games. Also, what I get done on the salves, that I can also count. Glamorous 3, I'm sort of like keeping it separate. It's just it's its own game that I'm stitching. So yes, then I actually made myself a wipgo board. I wasn't going to. I've never got even close to doing wipgo, but this year I decided I'm doing 500 stitches on whatever is called, or what I have put into my board. I have chosen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've got 15 whips, 31 days, which means I have to have 16 whips, of which most of them are twice on the board. And then I have a couple that are just on the wipgo board once. And those you will see once, well, January has been cold already, so I know I'm stitching on Blackwork Flowers and Birds, and then I'm stitching on Mini Magic City with books. The Blackwork Flowers and Birds is Leslie Tier design, and Mini Magic City with books is, as the name says, it's a mini chart, and even I've cropped that. But it's the design is by Michelle Sayeta, and it's a hate. And then I have my oldies, which most of them are paper charts. And I need to get stitches in them. Yes, yeah. You agree with me? Yes, thank you. So you can sort of like give me a push or a something to get me. What I have decided, I've chosen 7. I don't know how it went. I've chosen 7 Flosstubers, and I've chosen 7 paper charts, and I've just combined them. I've sort of like there's no, well, this chart reminds me of this stitcher. I just put them together. Yeah, not thinking about does it fit the person. It's more like the bigger ones have maybe a Flosstuber who does Flosstuber tubes more often. Yeah, I just chose them randomly and with no specific order. So this is Flosstube Frenzy 2026 for me. I have chosen stitches that do weekly, do every 2 weeks. Some might do whenever. So, yes. The Flosstubers are Jen, the caffeinated crafter. She's getting Villa Mirabilia. Nessa, who is stitching with Nessa. I've written Dogs of Duckport, but I haven't found my, I know it's a whip somewhere, but that might change because I don't know where it is. I've been trying to look for it, but I can't find it. Yes, then Sharon, Fun with Cross Stitch. She's getting all of our yesterday's sampler. Narelle, simply Narelle Stitching, is getting a fox. Flosstubers Laura, she is getting 3 sunflowers. Kel's Stitches, Kel Stitches is the channel, yes. She's getting Summer Fairy Spirit, a design by the designer is Laura Lattuada, an Italian designer. And then the last one is Silver Stitches, and she's getting Winter Bouquet. I have chosen stitches who do their floss tubes in different stages, just not to burden myself too much, but also to get progress on my oldies. So, what am I doing? I am actually stitching the duration of the floss tube. And if they have anything extra, I mean, with the floss tube, I mean, a weekly or bi-weekly or whenever update on what they have been doing. If they have lives or extras, like whip parades, or showing a flip through, or showing whatever. If there is the sort of like the extra, or it's alive, that video gets 50 stitches. Yes. So the duration time, if your video lasts 20 minutes, then it's 20 minutes of stitching. Most probably we'll do them so that while I am listening to your floss tube, I will be stitching on the whip that I have, what's the word? I have chosen for you. Yes. For the lives and the extras, then a bit depending on what the situation is, then I will oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll be stitching them anyhow. I will be marking them and following up what to do. Now I'm looking for I have a separate, oh, I think it's here. I have this booklet. For each month I will be doing a plan because my head is all over the place, and as soon as I let go of something, you never know if I'll find it again. So thank you to iStitchBirds for letting me use her idea. This originally is hers, so yes. But January stitching is I have the charts that I'm going to stitch on. And at the moment, since Love Me Not is sort of like my priority because I want to get it ready. And I've just counted that in January I want to get 10,000 stitches into it, which means around 325 stitches a day, and I will be marking each day. Once I get it done, I'll be marking it off. If I stitch 700 for one day, then I'll mark off 2 days. And yeah. wipgo I have the 500 stitches, so I've sort of like divided it into 100 stitches a day. And these I will be sort of like doing at the beginning of the month just to get them done. And also sort of like organize my month so that I'm not filling my days so that I can't get stuff done. Oh yeah. I am stitching the biathlon because why not? For the women's biathlon competitions, I have Starry Night, which is a design from a magazine. Can't remember the details. You'll see it once we get to stitching these. For the men, I have the 6 portals, the 6th one, which is Glowstone City. And I'll be stitching the duration of the competitions. And I have marked the days that they have competitions in January. And then there's a for the women and the men separately. So I can check it off once it's done. So the hate Sal. Okay, I started it because we got it. We got it yesterday, but my idea was that if we don't get it until the 1st of January, I want to start until the 13th because I want my wipgo done. And at that time, it was like I need to get that 7,200 to stitch the one page so that I get the Amy Stewart. But since it's done, this sort of like I'm stitching it anyhow. So I'll be stitching 100 stitches a day starting from the 13th and not stitching on the same days as I have the biathlon because I have my focus piece priority. And then the Flosstube Frenzies, they are down here. And when I will be stitching on those whips depends on when I see the Flosstubes or extras or what people are doing. Yes, so the whole year's plans and the specifics for January. I will be doing that kind of a page for each month because it's so much easier. I love my stitch counts, and I will be following my stitch counts in my spreadsheet. But that is what I plan to do in 2026. I hope with all this paperwork to be able to keep up with it all and also to stick with them. But as I said, yeah, you never know. Sometimes life gives a bit of a challenge also to what can be stitched and how much time I can give. And yeah, my both of my parents are seriously ill, so that's something that is a major concern. And if something happens to them, yeah, that will be the reason for postponing stitching. Anyhow, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. Hope I wasn't hope I was clear enough for you to understand what I'm going to do. And I will see you with a whip parade, hoping to get it up on January 1st. Thank you so much for visiting. Please, if you have not subscribed, subscribe and make the bell tell you when I post. Of which my idea for 2026 is to be more active. I hope to have a Flosstube I hope to have a Flosstube up on the 1st and the 15th. Except for January 1st will be your parade. But that's the idea. So, if the bell tells you, then you know when I'll be doing it. And I have Narelle. We have decided to help each other remember our commitments on Flosstube making. Yes, if you liked it, please give me a like, and if you want to comment, yes, that's a word in English, please do. I love reading your what you have to say to me. And I will see you January 1st. Bye.